Hello everyone, we are going to discuss about the previous year question of Corporate Accounting 2 from University of Madras in April 2021, Part B. This question is from Liquidation of Companies chapter. Let me read the question. The following particulars relate to a limited company which has gone into voluntary liquidation. You are required to prepare the liquidator's final account allowing for his remuneration at 3% on the amount realized and 2.5% on the amount paid to unsecured creditors. Share capital 5,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each fully paid. 30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid. 12,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, but 8 rupees paid off. Assets realized rupees 9,24,000, excluding amount realized by the sale of securities held by the secured creditors. Preferential creditors rupees 24,000, unsecured creditors rupees 8,51,094. Security creditors in bracket securities realized rupees 1,62,000. The amount is rupees 1,38,000. And debentures having a floating charge on the assets rupees 3 lakhs, and expenses of liquidation amount rupees 9,000. A call of rupees 2 per share on the partly paid equity shares was duly paid except in case of one shareholder owing 1,200. One shareholder owing 1,200 shares. Based on this question, we are going to find out the liquidator remuneration and liquidator's final statement. First, we look at the note. 3% on assets realized and surplus from secured creditors, and 2.5% on preferential creditors and amount available to unsecured creditors. First, we are going to calculate the liquidator remuneration on amount realized and on preferential creditors. First, we have to mention liquidator's remuneration on assets realized. Under this sentence, we have to mention assets realized. The amount is rupees 9,24,000, which is from the question, and surplus from secured creditors. The actual securities have realized rupees 1,62,000, but the secured creditors dues are 1,38,000 only. So 1,62,000 minus 1,38,000, we get 24,000 as the surplus for the company. Then we have to total this amount. We get the total amount of 9,48,000. So 9,48,000 multiply with 3 divided by 100, we get 28,440 as liquidator remuneration on assets realized. Then liquidator remuneration on preferential creditor. The preferential creditors rupees 24,000. 24,000 multiply with 2.5 divided by 100, we get 600 as the liquidator remuneration on preferential creditor. Then total these outer column amounts, we get 29,040. Then we are going to find out the amount available to unsecured creditors and liquidator's remuneration on unsecured creditor. So it is like a working note. First, we have to mention receipts. Under the receipts, we have to mention assets realized. The amount is rupees 9,24,000, which is from the question, and the surplus from secured creditor. The actual security as realized is 1,62,000 minus 1,38,000. We get the difference value is 24,000. Then we have to mention the receipts of call money on equity shareholders. It means we received call money from the equity shareholders, from the partly paid equity shareholders. So there are two categories of the shareholders. One is the preference shareholder and the second is the equity shareholders. But so in the equity shareholders also two categories, 30,000 categories of equity shareholders and 12,000 categories of equity shareholders as per the question. So the 12,000 categories of equity shareholders have paid only rupees 8 So the actual face value of the shares price is rupees 10. So the company needed to get 2 rupees from the partly paid up shareholders. So that is why rupees 10 minus 8 we get rupees 2, and as well there is a arrears of shares amount is rupees 1200 from one equity shareholder. So we need to adjust that amount with the total number of equity shareholders. So 12,000 minus 1200 we get the balance of 10,800 number of shares of equity shareholders. Then multiply with 2, 10,800 multiply with 2 we get 21,600. It is we received that amount from the equity shareholders. Then we have to add all the inner columns amount 9,24,000 plus 24,000 plus 21,600. We get 9,69,600. It is total receipts amount. Then we have to mention as less and mention as payments. Under the payments we have to mention liquidators remuneration on assets realized and surplus from secured creditor. The amount is rupees 28,440, which is we have already calculated. Liquidator remuneration on preferential creditors rupees 600, that is also we have already calculated. Liquidation expenses rupees 9,000, preferential creditors rupees 24,000, debentures having a floating charges on the assets 3 lakhs. These are the things are from the question. Then we have to add all the payments item. 28,440 plus 600 plus 9,000 plus 24,000 plus 3 lakhs. We get the total payments of rupees 3,62,040. The total payments will be less from the total receipts. So 9,69,600 minus 3,62,040. We get the difference amount of or balance amount of 6,07,560. That is called amount available for unsecured credit. So in this concept, the amount available for unsecured creditor is less than actual unsecured creditors. So the amount available is only 6,07,560, but the actual amount of unsecured creditor is 8,51,094. Therefore, it is called a shortage. If it is shortage, we have to follow like this. The liquidator's remuneration, same percent will be mentioned in the denominator with 100 as well. Usually we follow the denominator as 100, but so in this concept we have to follow like this: 100 plus 2.5 we get 102.5. 2.5 is the percentage. So the amount available is 6,07,560. Multiply with 2.5 divided by 102.5. We get 14,819. That is called liquidator's remuneration on amount available for unsecured creditors. And then we are going to find out the liquidator's final statement. So first we have to mention the receipts in the debit side. So under the receipts column, to surplus from secured creditor. So the actual securities realized value is 1,62,000 minus the security creditor due is 1,38,000. So the different value is 24,000. And to assets realized 9,24,000, which is from the question. And the receipts of call money on 12,000 categories of partly paid equity shareholders. But after adjusting the calls in arrears of 1,200, we get 10,800 as the balance number of equity shares. So 12,000 minus 1,200 equal to 10,800. So we need to get only 2 rupees per share. So 10,800 multiply with 2, we get 21,600. The total receipts side is 9,69,600. And go to the payment side. By liquidator remuneration, 3% on assets realized, 9,48,000 multiply with 3 divided by 100, 28,440. and 2.5% on preferential creditors. The amount is rupees 24,000. Multiply with 2.5 divided by 100, we get 600. And 2.5% on amount available to unsecured creditor. The available amount is 6,07,560. Multiply with 2.5 divided by 102.5, we get 14,819. So the total liquidators remuneration are 43,859. Then by liquidation expenses 9,000, by preferential creditors rupees 24,000, by debenture holders rupees 3 lakhs. These are the things are from the question. So after mentioning all these things in the payments, we need to find out the difference value in the credit side. The difference value is 5,92,741, and that is called unsecured creditors balance. That's all.